What's up, everybody? It's your boy Michael coming out with a new video. This video is going to be mainly focused on improvement and trying to help the lower level players in my scene to get better. This video is going to be focused on a particular baddie in our scene, the Grifballer. This at no point is a roast or anything like that. It's more of a critique and to help him improve and also bring to the attention of other lower ranked players of what they're doing wrong. Um, so let's go ahead and get started. The topic of today is the Grifballer syndrome. And the Grifballer syndrome is pretty much where you are playing on complete autopilot with no decision making at all. You are just trying to do things and hoping that it works. The main problem with this is that you can easily get stuck into this way if you are not aware of this problem at an early stage. It really does hinder a lot of growth, and some people usually do quit out because they do not understand this aspect of Melee. So, to get more in depth with it, it's really we can really look at Grifballer's gameplay and notice that there are things that he does that are good, and there are some things that he does that are bad. But the things that he does that are bad outweigh the good tenfold just because of these mistakes that he does during games. One of the biggest things you'll notice is that he usually does unnecessary things, unnecessary movement, and you can tell he just doesn't play with complete confidence. A big way to really fix this is to work on slowing down and pressing less buttons. That's one of the biggest things that you can do to learn this game a lot better, is to diminish the fact that you have crazy tech skill. Having crazy tech skill is cool and all, but if you don't have a neutral or understand the neutral a little bit to be able to use your tech skill and use smart decisions, then you should definitely try to slow your gameplay down. We definitely see that in Grifballer's play, especially in person. If you see him playing, all he does is press buttons. It seems like he's pressing more buttons than he's actually doing in the game, and it's super weird to watch. Um, Also, one of the things too, and I mean this is kind of really just like a bad player thing, is the fact that you go for reads that are unnecessary as well. So, like for instance, an offstage edge guard. A lot of people will do this where they will hit you off stage and immediately try to follow instead of trying to sit back and wait and set up an edge guard. It's really more offensive than anything, and the payoff is super terrible. So yeah. Um, Also, another thing that I noticed too that Grifballer and a lot of other bad players do is when they get hit, they fall for the trap of going in um, even as they get hit. So it's like more of a thing where you get hit and you want to hit them back. You want to always keep hitting them. You always want to keep hitting them. But sometimes getting hit is okay, and being able to reset the neutral so that you are in a even position as your opponent and you are not putting yourself out there to get punished. It is definitely something that a lot of lower ranked players do that I don't think they recognize. It probably has something to do with not enough exposure, or they just don't review their films if they're on stream and whatnot. So I think definitely that is a big thing that a lot of up and comer players should be doing, is focusing on just looking at your film, picking out situations that you could work on. So when you're in the lab and so say like you find in a set that you watched of yourself, you find yourself getting cornered or something, and you're like, okay, well, I'm getting myself cornered. What would I do? What do I do against this? And so you think critically about it. You're like, hey, well, I'm on the ledge and I can't get out, so what should I do? I'll either I can jump back on the ledge, refresh my invincibility, go for a ledge dash, roll in. There's always a bunch of things that people can do to improve um, by just watching their gameplay. So I'm not sure if Grifballer actually does sit down and watch his sets, and if he does, I'm not sure if he's analyzing them critically as well as he could, just because of how long he's been playing, and he could be a lot better than what he is. I do believe that everybody has a chance to ascend and become better, you know. So yeah, definitely think some things to avoid the Grifballer syndrome is to really just focus on autopiloting, excuse me, and making sure that you are able to think about what you were doing when you were playing at all times. So another example would be, say if you die, you always ask yourself, why did I die, or how did I die? And that will always keep you in the game. And make sure to always keep calm and to remember your practice as well. That is, remembering your practice will transfer over into playing with confidence. If you know what you were doing, then you're less worried about messing up or anything like that because you've put in the time and you've done, all that you can to be the best that you can at that point. So, those are just some little things, just a little short video. I had a really nice topic for next time. I want to talk about practice regimens and some ways that some people can get better with just playing by themselves or playing with lower ranked players and whatnot. But thank you guys so much for your time and watching this video and whatnot. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next video.